Greetings! In today's video, I'll be taking a closer look at Daler-Rowney's 18 quarter pans travel palette. I apologize if you hear a weird sound in the background. I happen to be a cat's resting place at the moment, and she's sitting on me and she's purring. So if you hear some kind of motor-like background noise, that's my cat. Back to the paints. The packaging informs me that this set contains a palette with 18 artist grade quarter pans and a brush. The set was made in England, and that's about the extent of the informations I can learn from the box. When I opened the box, the smallest of travel palettes fell out. It's a really tiny thing. It's made of metal with a glossy black exterior. The box is 124 millimeters long by 50 millimeters wide, and it's about 14 millimeters thick. It has a thumb ring at the bottom. Opening the box uncovers a matte white cover interior and a sheet of vellum paper covering the pans with the colors listed. The cover drops a bit low, but the palette is so small that it ends up being supported by the holding hand. It has no sections, so very watery mixes are bound to intermix eventually. The brush itself is nothing to write home about. Like most miniature travel brushes that comes with travel palettes, it's too short to be comfortable to hold and too small to be super useful to paint. Mine came with hairs stuck in the protective tube. Also of note, on the packaging, the brush shown is labeled Rowney Sable, while mine just says 3 Rowney. No idea what's the actual composition of the brush. Since I'll not be using that brush, it's not really a big deal. I checked which of my travel brushes would fit the middle section of the palette. I was able to fit a Vinci sable size 6 travel brush and Jackson's Arctica brushes in sizes 4 and 8. Any larger brushes travel handle was too big for the tin to close. The next step is to paint the swatches. I am using the usual field book by Pentalic and a Royal and Langnickel Zen round brush in size 8. The colors in this set are lemon yellow, cadmium yellow pale, cadmium red, quinacridone red, alizarin crimson, permanent rose, Prussian blue, cobalt blue, French ultramarine, viridian, hooker's green light, yellow ochre, raw sienna, burnt sienna, light red, burnt umber, Payne's grey, and ivory black. This set has 2 yellows, 3 reds, 1 pink, 3 blues, 2 greens, 5 earth tones and 2 neutrals. The selection features both opaque and transparent colors. "15 of the 18 colors are single pigments. The other 3 are made of 2 pigments. At first glance, there are 2 colors that I'm not too enthusiastic about. One of them is the weak Prussian blue. If you've been following my content for a while, maybe you remember my handmade Prussian blue and how dark and deep that one came out. I really like a deep color since I can always lighten it with water. The other color that I'm not psyched about is the raw sienna. Not only is it a mix of 2 pigments, but it's also almost exactly like the yellow ochre. I couldn't tell these apart in a blind test. The light red is an unusual color for me. I'm used to PR 101 being a lot more intense. I like it though. Feels useful as a sort of soft muted orange. The set doesn't come with an orange or purple, so I made a couple of mixes to see the colors I can mix from this set. The mix of permanent rose and French ultramarine is really lovely, as is the orange from cadmium yellow pale and cadmium red or quin red. The mixed greens are a bit dull. I also made simple color wheels, one for primaries and one for split primaries. For the demo sketch, I'm using a picture I found on Pinterest as reference. The sketchbook is my Pentalic aqua journal, and the brush is Jackson's Arctica travel brush size 8. I had already sketched my reference in broad shapes. I started the colors with the lightest color, in this case the sky. Since the line of trees is the darkest part of the picture, I did it last. While painting the sketch, I found that it was a bit difficult to make a dark color at first wash, even when using Payne's Gray. I didn't want to use the black because I don't really like using pure black in my pictures unless it's meant to be a black and white picture. I was able to layer a bit and eventually got the effect I wanted. On Daler-Rowney's website, this set is labeled as a miniature pocket set, which I think says it well. I love that the box is super small and can also carry a travel brush comfortably. Since those are quarter pans, I expect regular use would go through the paint rather fast. The unexpected format also means that Daler-Rowney doesn't sell replacement quarter pans. The box seems decently made, so I think one could possibly put in fresh tube paint or slices of watercolor sticks like Winsor & Newton's or Daniel Smith's. For my personal tastes, I'd have preferred phthalo blue instead of the weak Prussian blue, and maybe more of a difference between yellow ochre and raw sienna. Or omit one of those and replace it with a yellow or a green. These are minor things though, and I'll be able to change them once I've used up some of those colors. I got this tiny set through Jackson's art website. It is not exactly an inexpensive set, but its size and functionality is very appealing. I'm eager to use this set more for outside sketching and to experience this set in contrast to the small aquafine set I have, since both these paints are made by Daler-Rowney. That rounds it up for this review. Do you have any experience with this set? Do you own it? Do you want it? Is it on your wish list? Let me know. And I really hope that the cat purring wasn't a bother, because on this side it was actually pretty cute. But I don't know how loud it will come out in the video. So, I guess my cat and I wish you a really good day. And if you have pets of your own, make sure you give them a snuggle. Take care. Bye bye.